Good morning. Congratulations on participating and coming to the training and growing you. We're going to talk about today building a healthy distributorship. What is a healthy distributorship? That's what we're going to talk about. But it's basically what it is it's a distributorship where you are earning income from all forms of income. You are helping people achieve what they want to achieve with the products or with the business in whatever level they want to achieve it. And what's happening is you are getting lifetime people with Relive, whether they're customers or distributors. You're receiving income from overrides, from wholesale, and also from retail. So you're getting all forms of income along with bonuses. There's going to be trips, everything else. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the building blocks, about having a solid business foundation. The one thing I want to do before I even get started yet, and I'm going to go back, I'm going to have some stories shared, because no matter how Relive evolves, and we are evolving constantly, which is fantastic. And no matter how Relive evolves, it is still about the stories. It is still about the results people are seeing with the products, and also going out there and sharing these products with other people. So Linda Crowdle, if you can come on and share real quick how Relive has blessed you, that'd be great.
Sure, I will. Hey, I'm Linda Crowdle. I live in Troy, Illinois. I'm a mom of 3. And when we found Relive, I was searching for my son who was having a lot of issues with anger. Well, we had a presentation. We loved everything we heard. And so we all got started. And my company of 22 years was getting ready to eliminate my position. And when I heard these stories, my heart was so excited. I wanted to tell a lot of people. So, Tom in 2 months got results. He stopped having outbursts of anger. He went on to get results with the allergies. He was off a nebulizer for breathing. In 6 months, he went to use it as sports nutrition, got remarkable recovery with an ACL tear. And now he's an airborne ranger serving our country. That would have never happened. I was dealing with PMS, carpal tunnel. The weather made me sick. Food made me sick. I was carrying an EpiPen, breaking out in hives. That all resolved itself. I lost weight, went from a size 12 to a size 6, and I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I used my help. I didn't know what I was doing. And in that first 3 months, we sold that big initial order that we bought and got a business going. I couldn't believe how simple it was. And, a year and a half into it, I was able to quit my job, came home, be a stay-at-home mom, one of the happiest days of my life. Yeah, I still do this today. We earned 4 trips in a row. I couldn't believe it. And bonuses, because we use the Relive system success. And Pam, I will never stop sharing. Never.
All about changing lives. We get our lives changed, and then we can go out and change other people's lives. Thanks, Linda. And I'm going to go see Tim Shreve. If you could come on and just share in a minute what the Relive products have done for you, that'd be great.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, my name's Tim Shreve. I'm from Centray, Illinois. I'm a former work for the Illinois Department of Corrections. And I've been on Relive about 3 months. I was on Relive 15 years ago. And me and my wife were on it for about a year, and we got some results with allergies, and she got results with acid reflux, constipation. Our skin was healthier. That year we never got sick, and for whatever reason we got off of Relive. Well, probably about 3 months ago, and over the years our health has just got worse and worse. And I told my wife, I said, we need to get back on Relive. I said, I know it's the best nutrition that we can put in our body. So about 3 months ago, we went back on it. And one of the big things I've seen is increased energy. And since I've been on it, I play pickleball about 3 times a week, and usually around 3 hours each time. And used to, I would come home and take a shower, sleep for about 2 or 3 hours, and pretty well that was it for the day. Well, now I'm playing 3 or 4 hours, and then there's times I've come home and cleaned the house, did laundry. I'm riding my bike again, 2 to 4 miles, just rode yesterday, and just waking up more rested. You know, used to, you'd wake up, you didn't want to get out of bed, but now that's all changed. And with my skin, I've seen a big change. For years, I had some bunch of bumps and on my stomach, my arms, my back. And within about 2 months, that cleared up over 90%. And I'd went to my dermatologist during that time, and he had just commented that my skin was really healthy. And that's something that he had never said before at all the years I've went to him. So that was just kind of confirmation, and just kind of surprising to me when he said that, because he'd never said that before. And I also had it's like a red scaly patch on my right hand. And I'd had that for months, and it never went away. And I really didn't know what it was. And after I got on Relive, probably within 2 months, it went away. Over 90% went away. And also I've lost 22 pounds in about 3 months. It's really helped me with my sugar cravings, my appetite, and losing weight is something I've wanted to do for a long time, but Relive's enabled me to do that.
It's fantastic, Tim. You know, and that's the beauty of Relive. It's always there and available for you. You stopped, but you got smart and got back on, and the results are quick coming. Tim, thank you so much. Now I'm going to move on now to Judy Mallard. Could you come on and share? Give us a quick version of what's happened with you with Relive.
You turned me off. Okay, I'm back on. Hey guys, Judy Mallard here, Texarkana, Texas. I'll tell you what, 20 years ago, my life changed. Prior to that, I was entering my 50s. I had my own business. I was a hairdresser. I had 2 daughters, raising on my own as a widow for the second time around. I started getting sick. I couldn't raise my arms anymore. I had pain throughout my body and was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. With that autoimmune disease, it put me in bed. Fibromyalgia, it was called, pretty little thing. Ended up on pillows and heating pads, burning fire skin. I couldn't stand more than 10 seconds. I couldn't walk 4 feet. I couldn't fold a washcloth. I couldn't hold my grandkids. I could do nothing, guys. All I could do was ring a brass bell for help. And a stranger sent me an email, said she had something that might help me. I'll tell you what, we jumped on it, started on the products, found they were safe, flooded my body. In 4 days, I could sit up. By the end of the week, I was walking, guys. In a year and a half, I got off every single medication. I got surprises along the way. I lost 50 pounds. I got addressed my allergies, asthma, leg cramps, irritable bowel, bursitis, arthritis in my back and neck, all down my hips. Guys, my life has changed. I'm going to be 72 years old in August. I take no medications. I can outrun a 30-year-old, and a business landed in my lap because I helped it with my mom, who got results with Parkinson's. It changed her life. I started out making a few $100s. My highest check has been $6,400. I am on fire for this company. I'm so grateful to the Lord that a stranger shared with me.
It's hard not to be on fire with everything that you've seen. Judy, thank you so much. And I know you're blessing lives. And I'm going to go to, well, Maryland is where she's at, but originally from Michigan. Eileen Tash, could you come on and share how this blessed you?
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. 16 years ago, my husband and I learned about Relive. I was a very busy attorney. He was a veterinarian, and both of us were just stressed out and burned out. Not interested in any business opportunity, but I got started on the products and got amazing results, lost weight, my skin improved, I lost stress relief, my depression disappeared, and my husband finally agreed to get on it. He was suffering terribly with his knees, carpal tunnel, sleep apnea, and within 6 to 8 weeks, he saw a incredible difference. And to this day, avoided knee replacement surgery, canceled his carpal tunnel surgery, no more sleep apnea. He's 74 years old. I'm 63. We never stopped using Relive, and it had got us through this whole pandemic and COVID. But it wasn't until I heard the stories about the children that I really, it opened my heart. And being a family law attorney, I started sharing it and connecting people to my support team. And in 3 years, part-time, a business was born. I resigned from the law firm and to do this full time, and so honored to represent this company. We are global ambassadors with the company, which just means we helped a lot of people. And most importantly, this company has given me passion and purpose back in my life, and that is priceless.
And that is priceless, that passion and purpose. Eileen, thank you so much for sharing. And I want to thank everybody else who shared as well. You know, I'm stressed. I'm sure you've heard it. Relive isn't making any claims, and we don't make claims of cures to people. You want to remember that, because we don't know what our body's going to do, but we do know that when you put the best possible nutrition into it in the proper balance, the body's going to function better. That is tried and true and proven. And the business is the same way. It really is tied to your efforts and how much you do. You can't control what people that you share with do, but you can control what you do. You can control how much effort you put into it, how consistent you are. And you know what? The sky truly is the limit with Relive. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about building a healthy distributorship. And like I said, it comes from all areas of income. When you have that solid business foundation, this is a Lego. If you think about it, when they're built solidly like this, instead of not like a piece here, a piece there, you can't push it over. It's solid, it's going to stay, and it's going to continue. And that's what a solid business foundation in Relive is. You have income coming from customers and preferred customers. You have wholesale distributors. These are people who, you know, maybe they don't want to do it real big, but they're happy with just not being at that top profit level, but gathering customers. And that's going to lead to wholesale income. Customers and preferred customers, that's what we would call our retail income. Even when they're getting that discount, that is still what we would call retail income. Wholesale income is coming from when you have distributors or customer gatherers. Their distributors are not at the same level you are. You are receiving the difference between the profit level they're at and the profit level you're at. Then you have the business builders, the master affiliates, the people who are at that top profit level, and they're out there helping customers and preferred customers and wholesale distributors and customer gatherers themselves. And you are earning an override income on everything that they do. And your continuous, consistent effort is what's going to bring the bonuses. It's what's going to bring the trips. That's where the solid foundation is going to come from. And Relive is helping you do this. They have changed some of the bonuses, some of the little incentives that are in there. They've actually moved them down the line. So you are able to achieve some bonuses way earlier than you used to be able to in Relive. And I want to stress, in case nobody understood, we're going to talk about the qualification from some of these, but we are talking about to reach director levels now, there is no longer a 50% requirement on your earnings. And what I mean by that is, it used to be to earn the specific levels, let's say a key director, monthly earnings of $1,000. It used to be that 50% of that earning had to come from overrides. Well, guess what? It doesn't. It includes all of your income, not the bonuses, but your retail, your wholesale, and your overrides all combined. When you reach these levels, you are at that director level and you start to earn bonuses. Now, people who've already reached that level, remember the bonus you've already received for receiving that level. So you're not eligible for the one-time bonus. For brand new people, you're eligible for that initial bonus of reaching that director level. You know, a Relive director is when you promote a master affiliate. Basically, you sponsor a master affiliate. You promote someone up to master affiliate, or your monthly earnings are 500 or more, or 5,000 of new PGPV. In other words, maybe you didn't sponsor a master affiliate, but you sponsored 5 people with $1,000. So that would be 5,000 in new PGPV. Remember, it's new distributors. You're gonna get a one-time bonus of $100, and you're gonna be on the road to platinum. The key director, that's where your monthly earnings are $1,000 in a month, or 10,000 in new PGPV. Remember, new is somebody who has not been involved with Relive before. You're going to receive a one-time $250 bonus. Keep moving forward. That senior director, those earnings are $2,000 for 2 consecutive months in a row. Because one of the things is you want to make sure that your business is consistent. And that's why the 2 consecutive months is in there. So you have an earnings of $2,000 combined wholesale, retail, and overrides all together. And you do that 2 months in a row. You're not only going to get a one-time $1,000 bonus, you're also going to be invited to join the monthly corporate Zoom. Love corporate because they take feedback from the field on everything that they're doing. So your required maintenance, the monthly earnings again is 2,000. Half you can earn 0.5% of worldwide sales calculated on your 5 levels. So it used to be you had to be I can't even remember what level of master to do this. Now, as a senior director, you can have 0.5% of worldwide sales. And that's going to be how much of that 0.5% you get is going to be calculated on what your entire 5 levels your organization, their business volume is compared to everything else. It's all split up. And the percent you get, and I know this may sound confusing, so talk to your upline if you're confused, but the percent you get is based on what your 5 level business volume is. Or you can also to requalify, because each of these requires a requalification. Get it? You need to either personally advance to a new rank or promote someone in your organization to senior dream, because new the lifeblood of your business, and that's why it's there. The one Relive Master Director, your earnings are 4,000 for 2 consecutive months. Again, you're gonna get a one-time $2,000 bonus. You know, you're also eligible again for a 0.5% of worldwide sales. And again, to requalify, and the qualification period in Relive is from February 1st until January 31st of each year. So our requalification period started February 1st. And we are what, February 10th, 11th, whatever it is. So basically it started February 1st. So you have these next 12 months to requalify or to qualify for these director levels. And then the presidential director, again, that's monthly earnings of $8,000 in 2 months in a row, a one-time $4,000 bonus, which is huge. You can get a presidential ring. They are beautiful. If you ever want to see a picture of them, just ask me. I'll text you a picture of mine. 100% required maintenance is monthly earnings is 8,000, greater than 8,000 to earn the bonus. You're going an additional 1% on your 4th level and an additional 1% on your 5th level. When you take a look at what's going on in your organization, that can be huge. And that organization at 4th and 5th level, because of how our business works, is going to be bigger. And you'll be amazed at what that extra 1%, what a difference it can make. And again, the requalification is the same for all 3 of these levels to requalify for that annual requalification. Now you can continue to go. I'm not going to get into as many details as this, because I believe most of us are focused on the first part. But take a look at this. Really take a good hard look at what's available to you just for going out and being consistent and sharing Relive with people. And what they are doing with these bonuses, especially with taking away that 50% requirement, is they are supporting you in building a solid foundation business with all forms of income. So how do you do it? You got to focus on the here and now. It's great to think about going to platinum, right? But you got to focus on where you're at, and you've got to take the road there. You can't jump from the here and now over to platinum. It just doesn't happen. So what are you going to do? Think about how many can I introduce to Relive today, tomorrow, this week. It's all about breaking it down to what you can do today, this week. That's the key, is focus on your activities and who you can introduce Relive to. Who can I educate about Relive today? Who needs to know about what Relive can do for them? And honestly, in my opinion, it's everybody. Not everybody may be open, but everybody needs to hear about it. Who can I help get results? These are questions you're asking yourself as you're out and about, as you're doing things, as you're living your life. People are going to pop into your head. Make sure you're writing them down. Make sure you're recording that. And then make sure you're sharing. Who can you advance? Who's on the products right now? who's getting great results, who may be interested in sharing, or who started to give you referrals. Who can you go talk to say, hey, maybe you want to share this with them and you earn the income instead of me? You know, who would be ripe for that? And then who's next? Once you've shared with one person, you continuously do it again, is the best way I can put this. There is a distributor way back said, Relive is so simple. You walk through these steps and then you just do it again. It's not rocket science. That's the beauty of it. Anybody can do it. It's just doing it. So go back to the basics. You're going to participate in Relive events, and we're going to talk about these, talk to new people, you know, contact past relivers. We've got so many brand new products that a lot of people, even those that have continued on that basic nutrition forever, don't even know about these new products. They don't even have a clue. And that could be another person that wants to either continue, get back involved, maybe do something, or maybe somebody's been on it like Tim and gotten off it, but now back on it. You know, let them know how Relive has evolved. And then you can connect them into the Relive events. And then the key to all of this is make sure you are providing the best customer and distributor care. That doesn't mean just calling them up and beating them up or saying, hey, did you take your shake? It means helping them to fall in love with Relive. So when you participate in Relive events, what you're doing is you're getting education, motivation, and you're falling in love with Relive. Because it's like when you date someone, the more you know about Relive, the more you're going to fall in love with it because of what it can do. It isn't about the facts, the figures, the ingredients. You know, some people are really into that, but most people are into what can Relive do for me? And when you realize the magnitude of results people can get, not just with the products, but with the business and their lifestyle. You know, one big thing that business has done for me was a stay-at-home mom. We were a two-parent home when our kids were growing up, and now I am going to get the chance to watch my grandbaby. I couldn't do that in a regular old job, but in this business I can, because I can set my own hours. So understand what the benefits of Relive products and business are, and how you understand that. You know, we've got the positively charged system. We've got the Monday engagement Zoom with Kari. If you're not getting on that, that's going to keep you up to date with the company as well. We've got a Tuesday Zoom presentation. That's the first Tuesday of each month. But guess what, you guys, that's recorded. You can send it to people. You can say, hey, let's get on and watch this. Get on a Zoom with somebody yourself and put people in with you. The Wednesday morning coffee chat. What a fantastic way to introduce people to what Relive can do, because through the stories, they're hearing stories. You've got the Wednesday evening Facebook Live with Peter Grissom. One of the things you can do with that is he gives you such great verbiage that you can share with other people. Make sure you're taking notes. Pay attention to it. Don't just get on it to get on it. Pay attention to it. And what he's telling you about, I guarantee you'll get re-excited about the products that we've got and what they can do for people. And now you have great verbiage, because he knows how to share that simply. Great verbiage that you can share with other people when you're talking about it. You've got the Thursday short and sweet call. That's every other Thursday. You can go back and get the recordings though. So we forget about utilizing the tools that we have. And then of course we have the Saturday morning training for usually the first Saturday of every month. Sorry, my computer crashed last Saturday. So it's the second Saturday this month, but usually it's the first Saturday. Some people are still doing some local meetings. You've got the special events and conferences. What this is about building you. This is giving you a firm foundation in what Relive is and what Relive can do. And speaking of those special events and conferences, we just had one out in California. We've got the next one coming up. You know, Relive is 35 years old, guys. We're established. We're solid. We know what we're doing. And the next conference is in Atlanta, Georgia, April 28th and 29th. You know, it's, again, you can find this on the website, also on the official Relive Independent Distributors Facebook page. If you're not a part of that, make sure you get to be a part of it. But it's $10 for the Friday night networking for people to get together, $30 for the whole event. That's huge. That is huge. Guests are free. You can bring guests, but you're gonna get a chance not only to people to Relive, but you're also gonna get a chance to really dive deep for yourself and reignite yourself. And that's huge because each time you reignite yourself, that fire comes through and it transfers to other people that you're around. You can go to relive.com, Atlanta 2023 to register. The first 50 to register will receive a free gift when they check in at conference. You know, if you want to get 2, so you can take somebody with you. So then you're going to share the Relive because now you're learning what Relive can do. And a lot of people have been around, but even if you're just getting started in Relive, one of the questions I always seem to get is, who do I talk to? Period. People have needs, and we need to have that antenna, meaning using your ears to listen of what those needs are. And then you can share with them how Relive can help them. You can do that through social media. It's, you know, it's the big thing now. There's, you know, you've got friends, you've got past relivers that we were talking about. You're going to get referrals. If you're working with people currently on it, or even just talking, I've gotten referrals from my networking group. Guess what? They're not even on the products, but they've given me referrals. Just had a referral from a lady who's on AutoShip who's been on these products. Just the basic and soy essentials for probably over a year. She just referred somebody to me. So that referrals, because I have that relationship with her, I'm helping her get results. Networking groups, find the ones that work for you. Ads, you can do ads if you want. Booths, believe it or not, I'm doing some booths. I'm very picky about where I go, but I'm doing some booths. You've got neighbors that you were next door, past and present. You've got classmates, current or old classmates. Yeah, don't call them old though. They won't like that. You got, you know, who do you write your checks to? Well, actually, who's on your credit card statement is what I should say now. Very few people write checks. You know, you used to probably have a list when you first got started. Go back and look at it. You probably haven't talked to all of them. You got interest groups. What do you do for hobbies? Live your life. But understand, you're going to run into people living that while you're living that life. You know, who do you go to church with? While you're living that life, that need to hear about Relive. If you go with the intention, I'm going to go to this because I'm going to share Relive with all these people, people will see that coming. Their antenna is going to be up and they'll see it coming. But if you go and you start building relationships with people, what ends up happening is it comes up. In fact, I have an example for that. When you share Relive, he's to be real about it. You know, don't make big, huge claims, but be excited about what's possible. Be yourself. You don't need to be anybody else. You don't have to have the magic words because each person is going to respond differently to you. Just share. And you're going to do it if you're in person with somebody or if you're online with them. That's the beauty of online now, is you can actually connect with people just as if you were in person. When people come to know you and they like and trust you, that you are a person of integrity, that you mean what you say, that you do what you say you're going to do, they're going to know, like, and trust you, and they are far more likely to move forward. That's why your family is one or the other, and know the current Relive. And that's part of being connected in, especially with the engagement Zooms and the Peter Grissom and that. You're going to know what's going on with Relive and what's happening. Sampling is another great way to share. We've never really been able to do this before, but we have products that are conducive to sampling. And where do you do these samplings? You know, you could do it at booths, networking groups, in-home parties, opportune moments. You know, you can even go into some businesses with things like the Energize Go. It's a fantastic way to introduce people to the products. You know, I know a lot of people who will get little straws and they use it like to give samples of the Protect or the Lunar Rich. The Energize Go, those cards are fantastic. We've got cards for the Protect as well with the snaps. These are fantastic for handing out to people. I have some that in my car at all times. I have one in my purse at all times. I have one always available in case. And I will tell you, they are doorway products. Because once a person gets on it, and they're going to get on it if you follow up. Don't just hand somebody a sample and say, hey, let me know what you think. Get their information, contact them. Sometimes people forget to even use it, to use that sample. So you want to help them. Make sure you're following up with them. What did you think of it? What did you see? You know, follow up with them. I did this with a lady who takes one of my workout classes. She started with the Energize Go. Then we got to talking as I was talking to her about how she's going. She did the sample, then she ordered a box. We got her started there. Now, then she moved to adding the Lunarich, the liquid Lunarich. Already got great results in 1 month using the liquid Lunarich. And now is ordering the Now. She had a doorway product. She used that Energize Go, the first stick, the sample, loved it. In fact, both her and her friend ordered boxes, loved it, and then told somebody else about it who ordered a box. So there's a referral. You just from that one sample. But then as we were talking about it and she was asking me more, we talked about more of Relive. And then we got to the Lunarich. And she started that and got results. And now she's moving over to the Now. It was a doorway product to introduce the rest of Relive to her. But had I never given her that first sample and just started talking to her about the nutrition, I don't know if it would have happened at all. That's the beauty of sampling. People like to be able to see what it's like. Even with the Lunarich, you know, if they just want to see what it tastes like, or with the Protect and how simple it is to use, it can open the doorway to all those other products, but it'll only do that if you follow up. That's what we call the customer care. And that customer care is huge for anybody that you get started on the products. If you notice, this slide doesn't look much different than the slide I talked about growing you, because it isn't. The same elements that grow you, educate you, motivate you, and help you fall in love with Relive are the same elements that can help you do the same for the prospects and customers you're talking about. We've got the Zoom, the engagement Zoom. Again, that's for distributors, but you know, encourage your distributors, invite them in, say, hey, let's get on this together. That Tuesday Zoom presentation, again, you're not tied to the first Tuesday. You can use the replay and send it to them. Coffee chat is fantastic. It's also recorded. Get those stories that you can share with people. Even if you can't be there on Wednesday morning, you can use the replay. The Wednesday evening, Peter Grissom. Again, once people are distributors, you're going to help them understand how they can share with other people. The Thursday short and sweet call is fantastic. Again, because it's short and sweet, but it's stories. Saturday morning training for distributors. You know, what distributors did you let know that there's training going on this weekend? Did you let your distributors know? You know, local meetings, if you've got that get together, the one-on-ones with people where you just reconnect with them. Just because they're on the products doesn't mean you can't get back together with them. You're building relationships. And special events with that conference, who do you know around Atlanta? Or who do you know that knows somebody around Atlanta? You can start asking and sharing with them. And then sharing these, there's so many different ways you can do that. You got the Relive app. There's videos in there that you can utilize. You can text them stories. You can text them links. You can text information. You can text little blurbs. You know, give them a phone call. You know, let them talk to them. Find out how they're doing, or share. Do a three-way. You guys, still know how to do those? Those three-ways are still very powerful. You know, you can do it in Facebook Messenger. You know, get together with them in person and share some more stories with them. But when you're doing this, focus on what Relive can do for them. Recently, I have a sign on my car about our CBD. I've had it forever. My sister's neighbor has seen my car parked in my sister's driveway for years. Called me last week because she was looking for some CBD. You wanted to think that I was getting anything from it, but also we started talking, and now she's taking a look also at the Artifact. It's be visible, get out there, and then sharing. But I sent her an Artifact video so that she could take a look at it, because she was just looking for CBD, but because of her knee issue, she's really taking a strong look at Artifact. And I had an Artifact video that I just sent her so that she gets some more information about it. So understand there's so many different ways. Use what works for you, but also use what works for them. Because especially the younger generation, they're not into the phone calls as much. They're not into the in-persons as much, but they are into the messenger and the text and the social media and all that. So use what will connect with them. And why tell a story? You know, I've never changed this slide since I created it, because it's still true. It's all about the stories. Stories are distinctly human. It's hardwired into our DNA. And what stories do is they activate the emotional part of the brain. When you activate an emotion for someone, you initiate activity. What happens is when people get emotional about something, and that's what the stories do, is they invoke emotions, then people will take action. If you don't evoke that emotion, and it is harder and harder to do that with just facts and figures. And I'll tell you why. People are bombarded with ads. They're bombarded with facts and figures. And so what happens is it all goes in one ear and out the other. There is no effect. There's no emotion evoked. But when they hear a story, especially directly from a person, whether it's a texted video story or an in-person three-way call in person, or it's a three-way call, but it's coming directly from the person who the story happened to, what ends up happening is it evokes an emotion. The truth comes out and it evokes an emotion. And that gets people to move forward and to continue to move forward. And then you want to make sure you're keeping the pipeline full. When you're introducing new people and you're doing this customer and prospect care that we've talked about, customers are going to fall out of there. Customers are going to come from it, plain and simple. The more you're sharing and putting new people into the pipe, guess what? The more customers, and possibly as you're building relationships with those people, you're helping them get their results, you're introducing them to more of Relive, you're going to end up with distributors, people who want to share it with other people at whatever level they want. And, you know, there's some will be wholesale distributors, customer gatherers, but some will get to be master affiliates and really see the business. You're going to get referrals. You're going to get auto ships. I cannot stress how great auto ship is. Auto ship, people are far more likely to stick with your products and, believe it or not, get new products when they are on the auto ship program, because they don't have to think about ordering that product. That product's coming every time. Each time it comes, it reminds them to utilize that product. It also reminds them about the results they're getting from it as that product shows up. Auto ship is fantastic. And if you remember, promo one is really, if you have 10 auto ships with $100 or more, or 10 auto ships, doesn't matter the amount, in a month, you get an extra 10% off your retail wholesale. So business volume. So that's huge. But if you stop introducing new people, nothing going into that pipeline's going to dry up. We all know that. We see what happens with the hose when we disconnect it from the faucet. It dries up, goes to a trickle, and then eventually dries up. And that's what's going to happen to your business if you are not consistently introducing Relive to new people. How fast it's going to flow through that pipeline, it's going to determine how many new people you're introducing and the kind of prospect and customer care you're doing with those people. That's what's going to determine how fast and how fast it flows out. But it will dry up if you quit talking to new people. So you have to make a decision with Relive daily. First of all, why are you doing Relive? What are you looking to get out of Relive? Keep that first and foremost in front of you, because that's your motivation to do the things that need to be done, is your why. Then commit to yourself. You don't do this business for anybody else. This business is done for you. Understand everything you do is to help you build your business. What happens as you focus on other people is your business will get built. Be teachable and flexible. Understand, especially people who've been around forever, there are more ways than one. I hate to say it. Have a good energy, and you're being excited, and you're being consistent. You're going to keep moving forward. Look to what you do something every day, even if it's small. And I don't mean something such as organizing your desk, although that's good. If you don't take action of introducing new people and helping the people already on these products, it's not going to move your business forward. So remember that. So you're going to focus on income producing activities. Focus on what's going to bless somebody else's life with Relive, be it with the products or with the business. And then make a long-term commitment. When you start a career, you don't think, well, I'm going to do this career for a year and then I should be fine. Understand this business, it takes a commitment to taking action every day, but it takes a commitment to looking to the future as well. Not just what happens for me tomorrow. Because very often, I'll give you a good example. It's not in the Relive business, but it's the same thing. I have a friend in my networking group who does internet security and works with companies. And he had talked to somebody, a company, the largest company they've ever signed up now for 2.5 years, interacted with that person and that company and signed the biggest company they've ever signed. But it took him 2.5 years. Had he not been committed to still giving value to that person and every so often reconnecting, they never would have gotten that contract. Our business is the same way. If you commit to doing something with it every day, even if it's a little bit, because everybody's got different things going on, and how much you want out of it, it's really up to you. But if you commit to doing something every day with it, introducing new people to Relive, your business will grow, your business will move forward, and it won't dry out. Just to let you know, before we get done, coming March 1st, a new and improved fiber store. A lot of people, you were really sad, myself included, when the Purify went away, but this is fantastic because they're adding probiotics into the fiber store. We already know what an amazing product this is, with the dietary fiber and the vitamins and herbs and the antioxidants, the digestive enzymes. It's already a premium product, but now it's going to have probiotics in it. If you didn't know, there is already prebiotics in it, which is ingredients that help your body to create the probiotic, bacteria, the healthy bacteria. But now we have probiotics in it as well. The Bacillus coagulans strain is what's in there. You're going to get 2 billion CFUs per serving in each serving of fiber store, and it's not active in the can. And that's essential to know, because when it's active in the can, it's going to go bad faster. It's not active in the can. It is quote unquote activated in your digestive tract, which is where you want it. So how fantastic that Relive is bringing this out. Again, it's coming March 1st. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do it. If when the old one runs out, you're going to have to ask Relive. I didn't get that part, but when the old fiber store runs out, the new one starts. There will be a slight increase in price, so watch for that. But again, that's coming March 1st. Relive's always doing something for us every time to make our job and our health better. So what are you going to do today? And what are you going to do tomorrow to keep your business moving forward and to build a strong foundation? Help people get what they want, and you will get what you want. I know I think people hear that anymore and they think it's such a cliche, but it's true. Help people get what they want, and you will get what you want. Again, thank you so much for my stories that came on and shared. You make it what it is. It's all about the stories. Let's go change some lives.